Hey, what's up, everybody? This is just a little video that I thought I'd put together. It's just another way that I'm trying to improve myself. And a lot of what we do at the table actually affects how we'll lose weight, how we stay healthy. And a lot of times, when you sit down to the table, it's taken very lightly. But really, sitting down to the table actually is actually either a step closer to great health, or not to be too dramatic, but it's a step closer to death. So it really depends on what you do. So I just got a couple of things here that I wanted to talk about real quick. The first thing is, I've always been a big fan of French fries, for example. But I found out that most French fries they have so many preservatives to help keep them a particular way and different things like that. And I'm pretty sure some of you have seen the picture on Facebook about how somebody went to McDonald's and got a Happy Meal and they kept it for X amount of months or weeks or whatever, and it virtually stayed the same. Now imagine that inside your body. So I'm still a fan of French fries, but the potato. Actually having a fresh potato and slicing it and baking it versus frying it in oil, because hot oil changes its composition once you heat it, is actually better for you. So really, once again, it just has to do with education, because a lot of the things you like, you can actually still have, but you have to have it in a different way. So it's better to go ahead and buy potatoes from the grocery store versus going to McDonald's or Burger King or wherever, like Jack in the Box, and getting French fries. And I know Rally's French fries are the bomb, but you really don't want to do that. The other thing with me being vegetarian, as I pointed out in an earlier video, sometimes we run into a situation where we eat a lot of food that's gluten-based. And sometimes that's not necessarily the best. You want to think of what you eat, not in terms of good and bad, but what's best for you and what's best for your body. And so, I've actually grown accustomed to tofu now. Under different circumstances, I would have never touched this stuff. But, tofu is actually great because, as you can see right there, is that this is not a gluten-based food. And it's a good source of protein. Here again, you get your protein in. And you can pretty much make tofu taste like whatever you want. You just have to know how to prepare it. And with that, with juicing and all this other stuff that you want to do in order to improve your health, you have to be very intentional in what you're doing. So you have to plan your meals in advance. Otherwise, you slip and you fall and you start to eat things that you wouldn't normally eat. The other thing that I want to talk about is, and just real quick, this thing here, there's 3 servings per container of this, and it's relatively inexpensive because it's tofu and it only has 70 calories, so it's a good thing to add to your diet. There's another thing that I want to talk about just real quick, and it's one of my most favorite things in the world. And for those of you who know me, you know I can do this any time of the day, all day, whatever the case may be. It is indeed cereal. Cereal. Now, I don't drink milk. I don't drink milk anymore because it's just not good for me. So I do soy milk. Most of the time it's vanilla, but this one happens to be plain. Now, as a guy, I've been told that we want to do more almond milk and less soy milk. It doesn't necessarily mean soy milk is bad. It just means that soy milk, from what I understand, I'm not sure, you can research this, but it raises your estrogen level, and with me being a guy, you don't want to do that. So, you want to be able to do that. And usually, if I go to, and you really got to be careful about a place like this, if you happen to go to Starbucks, usually I order tea. I don't drink coffee. And I have them add soy milk to it because I like it. However, Starbucks actually has an option for their chai tea that you can buy at a place like Vons or wherever you may be that's actually caffeine free. So this is something you want to be careful with. A lot of people, when they're trying to lose weight, they drink a lot of coffee, a lot of tea, but the caffeine level you just want to be careful about your intake. Remember, it's not about good or bad, it's about what's best. But going back here to the cereal, cornflakes. I'm actually good with cornflakes. You know what I'm saying? It's good for me. There's not a whole lot of sugar in it, and once again, this has protein in it. So you actually get protein from a lot of different places. So don't let anybody tell you that you have to eat meat for protein. You get protein from a lot of different places. However, the reason why I'm bringing up cereal is because there is a difference. Not all cereal is the same. And I just want to show you this real quick. See, regular cornflakes, and you probably want to go to a health food store to get really good cornflakes, but this is basically the bare essentials of what makes cornflakes. Now, when you look at something like Kellogg's Special K, for example, the one with red berries, most of these cereals, and you have to be careful because most of the cereals that we eat that come from Kellogg's and General Mills and stuff like that, they have a whole lot of high fructose corn syrup in it. Now, I can't stress that enough. You don't want to take in any of that. I mean, this stuff will kill you, and it's in everything. It's in absolutely everything, and I think in most cases, it's in some of the products that we rub on our skin and stuff like that, but that's neither here nor there. So when you're eating cereal, you want to go with something. You want to go with something that basically has good vitamins, good minerals in it, and you want to try as much as you can to stay away from high fructose corn syrup. So, in short, when you sit down to the table, think about what you're going to do. Think about what you're going to eat, and you will be surprised. You'll be surprised when you don't have food that are that's very high in, once again, the high fructose corn syrup and all the other stuff. You'll find that you don't really need that much food to be full. You don't want to eat until you're full. You want to eat until you're satisfied. So, that's just a couple of things to keep in mind. So remember, what you do at the dinner table affects everything. So, lastly, if after you get up from the dinner table, if you feel like you want to go to sleep, you want to revisit what you're doing there. Now, I'm not saying that, you won't be a little bit tired because all your blood is going to your stomach to break down your food. But you want to eat foods that don't leave you tired, make you want to go to sleep, because you don't want to go to sleep after you just ate. You should be able to get up and go for a nice walk to help your digestion process. And you don't want to eat late because you want to get that walk in after you eat. So make sure you eat at a decent hour. Make sure you take a nice little walk, you know what I mean, after you get done eating. Come back in, do your dishes, whatever, and then go to sleep. Alright? So, see you guys next time.